project team needs to customize their process to meet the specific demands of the project. How should the team ensure compliance to a specific project methodology? C. Create a compliance register to capture compliance requirements. Reasoning. Centralized management. This option provides a centralized management tool that helps in capturing, tracking, and managing compliance requirements, ensuring that every aspect of the methodology that needs to be adhered to is documented and verified. Risk mitigation. Having a compliance register helps in mitigating the risk of non-compliance by having a structured and organized way of ensuring that all compliance aspects are considered and addressed. Audit and verification. It serves as a single point of reference for auditing and verifying compliance, making it easier to identify and address any gaps or issues in compliance. A project manager works at an organization that uses a hybrid approach for project delivery. The project sponsor asks the project manager to fast-track a project starting with the build phase. What should the project manager do? D. Refine the product backlog and determine the minimum viable product that can start being built as requested by the sponsor. Rationale. Alignment with sponsor's request. This option aligns well with the project sponsor's request to fast-track the project starting with the build phase. By refining the product backlog and identifying the MVP, the project manager can prioritize work items that deliver the most value and are critical to project objectives, thereby potentially enabling a quicker start to the build phase. Agile approach. Given that the organization uses a hybrid approach, it's likely they incorporate some agile practices. Identifying and focusing on developing an MVP is very much in line with agile principles, which emphasize delivering value early and often. Risk management. Focusing on the MVP allows for efficient use of resources and time, reducing the risk of spending project resources on less critical features before launching the initial version of the product. A project manager is experiencing an error in a user story on which a team member is working. The user story is complicated and unclear. The project manager needs to go on leave unexpectedly, and the team is between iterations and delivery. Which 3 actions should the project manager take in this situation? A. Speak to the product owner to get sufficient buy-in and bring the customer up to speed on the lag. Communication is critical in agile project management. By speaking to the product owner, the project manager can ensure that there is clarity on the current state of the project and any potential delays due to the unclear user story. This also helps in managing customer expectations. D. Allow the team to self-organize the work and continue daily stand-ups. Agile teams are often self-organizing, meaning they can decide on how to approach their work and solve problems. Even in the absence of the project manager, daily stand-ups will ensure that the team remains aligned, any blockers are highlighted, and progress is made. He asks the team to check the work in progress to plan for eventualities. This action ensures that the team reviews current work to identify any risks or challenges. By evaluating the work in progress, the team can be better prepared for any unexpected issues, especially in the absence of the project manager. A project has tight deadlines to meet. The project manager worked diligently with the regulatory body and the internal stakeholders to define the minimum viable product. Due to insufficient historical data, the work package owner leveraged a 3-point triangular estimate and came up with an expected duration of 125 days. The optimistic duration is 85 days, and the pessimistic duration is 175 days. The 3-point triangular estimate is a risk management technique used to estimate the duration of activities. It takes into consideration the following 3 points. O equals optimistic duration. P equals pessimistic duration. M equals most likely duration. Okay, let's imagine you are trying to guess how long it will take to build a big Lego castle. First, you think of the quickest time you could build it if everything goes perfectly. Let's say that's like building it super fast in 85 minutes, because you're a Lego master. Then, you think of the slowest time it might take if things get tricky. Like maybe it could take 175 minutes, because sometimes those Lego pieces can be a bit tricky and hide from you when you need them. And you also have a just right guess that's not too quick and not too slow. But oh no, we forgot to think of this one. Your parent helps you a bit and tells you that with some super secret parent math, they think it might take you around 125 minutes to build it if you mix super fast and a bit tricky together. Now, to find that just right guess, we're going to play a little number game. We'll take the magic parent guess, multiply it by 3 to make it even more magical, and then we will take away the super fast guess and the super slow guess from it. So, it's like this. We have 3 big ice cream cones, and we are going to eat 1 super fast ice cream cone and 1 super slow ice cream cone and see how much we have left. Minus equals. And ta-da! What we have left is 115, and that's our just right guess for building the Lego castle, not too quick and not too slow. Did that help a little, buddy? A project manager overhears that the organization steering committee is cutting costs by shutting down projects that are not critical to the company's immediate needs. Which of the following tools should the project manager adopt as a means to show real-time operational data originating from the project's output? A. Build a project dashboard showing key performance indicators. Rationale. Visibility. A project dashboard can provide a visual and easy-to-understand representation of the project's status, showing various keys that indicate how well the project is performing. This visibility is crucial to quickly convey the operational health and success of a project. Real-time data. Dashboards can often be set up to display real-time data or near real-time data, which provides current insights into the project's performance. This can be vital to demonstrate the immediate value and impact of the project to the steering committee. Comprehensive overview. A piece on a dashboard can provide a wide-ranging view covering various aspects of the project, such as schedule adherence, budget status, quality indicators, and other crucial data points that can signify the project's importance and viability. A well-designed dashboard can communicate complex data succinctly and effectively, providing stakeholders and decision-makers with the essential information they need to evaluate the project's value and importance to the organization. This may assist in showcasing the project's significance and potentially safeguard it from being shut down amid cost-cutting initiatives. A project manager is put on a project 6 months after the project commenced with a previous project manager. Upon taking over the project, the new project manager calls for a meeting with all team members. Which 2 options should the new project manager share during this meeting? C. Strategy. Approach definition. The strategy outlines the approach the project will take to achieve its objectives, which is vital for team members to understand so that they can align their efforts effectively. Problem-solving framework. It provides a framework to address challenges and make decisions aligned with the project's overarching approach and goals. E. Project blueprint. Detailing the path. The project blueprint details the plans, specifications, and requirements of the project, offering a structured view of how the project will unfold. Roles and responsibilities. By understanding the blueprint, team members can gain clarity about their respective roles, dependencies, and how their work fits into the larger project scope. Alignment, ensuring that all team members understand the project blueprint ensures that everyone is working towards the same specifications and requirements, minimizing deviations and misalignments. Midway through a product information project, management wants to implement new technology in order to compete with other online and digital businesses. They have suggested that this new technology be included in the project scope. What should the project manager do next? The most prudent step for the project manager to take when there is a suggestion to alter the project scope, especially by incorporating new technology, is conduct an impact analysis to determine the amount of additional effort required. Here's why. Understanding implications. Conducting an impact analysis allows the project manager and the team to understand how this change will affect the project in terms of time, cost, resources, and risks. Informed decision making. The analysis provides data that helps in making informed decisions about whether to proceed with the change or not, based on a clear understanding of its implications. Stakeholder management. It enables the project manager to communicate effectively with stakeholders, providing them with insights into the repercussions of the proposed change, thereby managing expectations proficiently. Risk management. Understanding the impact of the change helps in identifying and managing associated risks and ensures that the project team is prepared to mitigate any challenges that arise due to the change. A project manager is complaining about a team member not performing as expected on every sprint. Before any action is taken to release the team member, the project manager wants to be sure the proper process was followed. Which 3 actions should the project manager have taken before releasing the team member? Before taking the action to release a team member, especially in a context where sprints and presumably an agile methodology is in use, the project manager should ensure that supportive, communicative, and corrective actions have been taken. Here, the 3 actions that should typically be taken are: A. Provided feedback to the team member in a one-on-one meeting. Constructive feedback. Giving clear, specific, and constructive feedback can aid the team member in understanding areas that require improvement and potentially enhance their performance. Creating a supportive environment. A one-on-one setting prove it as a confidential and safe environment to discuss performance issues without causing embarrassment or defensiveness. B. Provided detailed responsibilities and expectations to the team member. Role clarity. Ensuring that the team member is fully aware of their responsibilities and what is expected of them is foundational to achieving desired performance levels. Eliminate confusion. Clear expectations provide a guide against which the team member can align their efforts and prioritize work effectively. D. Provided technical training to the team member. Skill enhancement. If there's a gap between expected and actual performance, providing training ensures that the team member has the requisite skills and knowledge to perform effectively. Empowerment. Investing in the team member's development communicates confidence in their abilities and supports them in overcoming performance hurdles. A company is starting a project to implement a service center. The initial project planning is complete, and a project management plan has been drafted, with a project duration of 24 months. The project sponsor has requested that the first site be completed within the next 3 months. The project manager thinks it is a good idea to use an agile approach. A. Gather the project team together to create a team charter. Reasoning. Team alignment. Creating a team charter ensures that all team members are on the same page regarding roles, responsibilities, and the approach to the project, which is pivotal when transitioning to an agile approach or adjusting to new expectations. Defining norms and expectations. A team charter helps define the norms, expectations, and working agreements that will guide the team's collaboration and decision-making, essential for ensuring smooth execution, especially in a pressured, fast-tracked environment. Engagement. Engaging the team from the onset, especially when there's a significant shift in approach or expectations, ensures that their insights, concerns, and expertise are factored into the planning and execution phases. Facilitates collaboration. Establishing a charter can be vital in fostering a collaborative environment, ensuring that all team members are invested in the common goal, and have clarity on how their contributions align with project objectives. A new CEO joins an organization and develops a new strategy that is going to affect the project manager's project. How should the project manager approach this situation? Evaluate the changes and align with a new direction. An organization using predictive approaches has recently decided to use an agile approach. It has been decided that their ongoing projects will adopt agile under the supervision of their respective project managers. One project's main stakeholders are not yet familiar with agile. What should the project manager do to address this concern? Organize a meeting with the main stakeholders to outline the new agile approach and explain to them what is expected. A project manager is assigned to an internal project and is required to deliver monthly reports to key stakeholders. Which 2 actions should the project manager take to ensure stakeholder satisfaction? Follow up on the sent reports and seek evaluation and feedback. Invite the stakeholders to participate in a regular status meeting. A multi-year project has been progressing as planned. Due to a recent technological innovation in the market, a key stakeholder raises a concern that the benefits of the project deliverables are no longer satisfactory. What should the project manager do? Perform a risk analysis to assess the situation. During the project execution stage, a project team member informs the project manager that one of the deliverables does not meet with the requirements identified in the project management plan. What should the project manager use to verify this deviation? Quality metrics. A project team is feeling overloaded with unplanned user stories and frequent priority changes by the customer. How should the project manager manage this situation? Help the customer to understand the importance of sprint planning sessions and prioritize backlog. Help the team to maintain burn-down charts and team velocity that is visible to the customer. A project to redesign an organization's internal procedures according to new regulatory requirements is in progress. The schedule is tight and project resources are limited. The requirements must be met, otherwise financial sanctions may result, in addition to damage to the organization's reputation. What should the project manager do first to address risks early and continuously in the project? Choose and implement risk strategies to mitigate any possible damage. A company is currently working on a program to develop a new airplane. For the first time, this endeavor will put together branches located in different countries. Every branch has experience creating local projects with different methodologies, but they have never participated in an integrated solution of this magnitude. What governance model should the project manager implement to increase the rate of success for this project? Decentralized governance model, allowing their own methodology. As a project progresses, there are increasing work delays and overruns due to insufficiently refined product backlog items. What should the project manager do to get the project back on track? Break down each story into smaller components. For a new project, the financial director of a profit-oriented company has asked the project manager to track the actual benefit delivered by the new product. What should the project manager do to collect this information? Implement a project metric aligned with the business metrics. The project manager is tasked with developing a communications management plan in support of the project and realizes that this may initiate an organizational change. What should the project manager do to increase acceptance for this change? Perform a communication styles assessment. A project manager is reviewing the business case for a project being presented to the project steering committee. One of the organization's priorities is expansion and driving revenue growth. Which key artifact should the project manager present to push for a go decision for this business case? High-level project return on investments. A project manager has been assigned to a project that started a few months ago involving a Scrum team. The project is building a custom human resources application that will support a large business transformation. Some of the team members have not accepted the change. During the last few sprints, the team delivered backlog items that have been agreed upon in sprint planning. The burn-down chart indicates that it is possible that the current sprint will deliver 1 or 2 additional backlog items. Click on the 2 areas that categorize the development stages of the team. Storm and Norm. A project has transitioned from a predictive to an agile approach. The project manager shared the updated statements of work, project management plan, and communications management plan with the stakeholders. When the product was demonstrated to the client, it failed to meet the intended results. What should the project manager have done to avoid the situation? Implemented an inspect and adapt strategy, including the delivery team and client throughout the project. The project manager is assigned a project with the main goal of achieving customer satisfaction. The project will start with selecting a region for a pilot launch campaign. After the selection, a series of tasks with specific regional requirements will be executed. Which approach should the project manager select for this project? Agile,